Hello, good afternoon, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesia News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is, the bride runs off with the former village head after her wedding reception. The escape of a newlywed woman with a former village head in central Bengkulu Regency caused a stir. The 25-year-old newlywed with the initial IT ran away with the former head of the village after the reception. Several new facts were revealed about this furor. One of them is that the newlywed woman's family actually owes 400 million rupiah to the former head of the village who took her away. This incident occurred in Simpang village, Bingin City, Central Bengkulu Regency. The woman with the initial IT left FY with the age 34 years old, her husband, who was very happy at the time. Residents of one village also felt cheated. FY admitted that he just knew his wife, but know each other from social media Facebook. Actually, they have been friends for a long time on Facebook and often communicate via FB Messenger. The two of them also met in Churup City, to be precise, when IT visited his brother's house. Long story short, last November 2022, FY proposed to his wife and in December they got married. The consent granted at the wife's house in Central Bengkulu Regency. However, when the reception at FY's house on the 29th of December 2022 was over, IT was picked up by a former village head in a Hilux car around 2:30 p.m. Since then, IT went away. The next news is Tiko's life story, who lives in a luxurious house without running water and electricity. Tiko and his mother's lives are apprehensive even though they live in a luxurious house in the East Jakarta area. They seem to live like the ancient way, where it is difficult to get clean water and tools for cooking. Just imagine, as long as they live without electricity and clean water, Tiko and his vital mother apparently often use rainwater for drinking and bathing. Dede Sulaiman explained it. As a security officer as well as a working relative of Annie's mother's son, namely Tiko, this can often be seen from a bucket placed in the front yard when it rains. Apart from that, Dede also added that for cooking activities, Tiko took the initiative to make a kitchen stove specifically for his assembly. Wartakutulive.com's monitoring on Wednesday, the 4th of January, the kitchen stove was seen right in the garage of Tiko's house. The place where the coals are located is also seen circular using bricks, where in the corners of the building you can see charcoal ready to be used. Apart from that, another thing was conveyed by Dede, that apparently Annie's mother often scolded and chased away a local resident who wanted to pass near her house, so she was known to be scary. Based on this, it seems that Dede revealed that it was a factor for local residents who previously wanted to pay attention in the form of assistance but could not distribute it. The fate of Unscrupulous mobile brigadier who abused Morotai resident. The head of the Criminal Investigation Unit for the Reserve Police of Morotai Island, the second police Muhammad Andi Kurniawan, said that the perpetrator, the mobile brigadier with the initial FD, underwent an examination at Integrated and Professional Police Service Center and Security for the Morotai Reserve Police. And they continue the investigation. The Integrated Police Service Center for the Morotai Reserve Police also attempted mediation for both parties. If there is no settlement, Andi explained it, his party will delegate it to the original unit. namely in Company 1 Battalion A Pioneers of Kupa Kupa Village, Tobelo District, North Halmahera Regency. Apart from the mobile brigadier, 2 other perpetrators were also investigated. It is known that after illegally assaulted 22-year-old Irsan Kogilopu, a resident of Luso Village, North Morotai District, the persecution was carried out at a residence house in Aru Village, Morotai Jaya District. The next news is, a prisoner who ran away while seeking treatment was caught at the toll gate. Sucipto is 45 years old, a prisoner who escaped while receiving treatment at DAW Syahrani Samarinda Regional General Hospital. His Kalimantan has finally been arrested. The prisoner of the Tenggarong 2A Penitentiary was rearrested by the Palaran Sector Police on Wednesday, the 4th of January 2023 at 10 minutes to 9 p.m. on the route near the Palaran Samarinda Balikpapan toll gate. According to Trisatria Firdaus, after receiving information that Sucipto had been arrested, officers from 2 Tenggarong immediately picked up the prisoners. Meanwhile, Jumadi, head of the Correctional Division of the Ministry of Law and Human Rights for the East Kalimantan Regional Office, revealed that Sucipto, who is a detainee in this immoral case, has been to Samarinda for treatment several times because he suffers from a very acute kidney disease. Jumadi says Sucipto and 2 officers left for treatment at DAW Syahrani Samarinda Regional General Hospital on Tuesday, the 3rd of January 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Then at 2 p.m., the detainee escaped while waiting for the drug redemption. When Sucipto escaped, inmates at the Tenggarong Correctional Facility 2A were still handcuffed. A prisoner's wife smuggles chainsaw, causing 11 prisoners to escape. The incident of the escape of dozens of Balikpapan City Resort Police detainees on Saturday, the 31st of December 2022, apparently involved the rule of the wife of one of the detainees. The woman has the initial M, the wife of a detainee with the initial BM, who is known to have smuggled a chainsaw in a change of clothes for her husband. The chainsaw, which was disguised in the folds of clothing and smuggled into the detention room, is believed to be the tool used by the prisoners to damage the bars and escape. The head of the Balikpapan City Resort Police, Tirdi Hadmiarso, said that Anne's reckless action was based on instructions from her husband, who has the initial BM. As soon as the chainsaw was in the hands of detainees, he continued BM started sharing the trails in the ventilation alternately with the other detainees. However, Teddy has not confirmed when the chainsaw entered the detention room, including who was the mastermind behind the escape idea. Because of his action in smuggling the chainsaw, Anne is now also a suspect. The next news is 17 residence houses were victims of the hurricane in Kuwiran village. Dozens of houses of residents of Duku Tegal Bulus, Kuwiran village, Banyudono district were precarious, swept by a tornado which occurred on Wednesday, the 4th of January 2023. The incident occurred at around 3:30 p.m. At the time, the weather was drizzling. Thick black clouds covered the ceiling. A slow gust of wind turning strong, the wind formed a vortex, tearing down every roof tile in its path. Sri Widati's house was also not spared from the terrible raging winds for those who share it. Residents know that the weather is not friendly anymore. He decided to sit in front of seat of the house, just in case something bad happens. The drizzle that fell was then accompanied by a strong gust of wind. In total, there were 17 houses and one school building whose preciousness fell. The last news is, Siwa Harbor continues to operate despite extreme weather. The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency for Region 4 estimated that bad weather will hit Sulawesi waters until January 9. Even so, a number of ports continue to operate normally as usual. Based on TribunTimur.com monitoring on Wednesday, the 4th of January 2023 afternoon, the atmosphere at the Bangsalai Habo Siwa Wajo Regency, South Sulawesi appeared normal. There are no obstacles to activities at Bangsalai Port. The weather also looks friendly and the waves are not too high. Bangsalai Port Coordinator Andi Lari said that the ship cruising were still operating as usual. There is no obstacle regarding ship's departure schedule due to weather condition. This is because the route from Siwa Harbor does not cross the loose bay. Apart from that, Andilani said that it's just that at Siwa Port it is usually hampered by wind, which makes it difficult for ship to dock. The Kiam New Camellia passenger who just arrived at Rusliandi said that during the trip from Bombana, there were no problems. It is known the ship cruising schedule at Siwa Harbor is at 9 a.m., 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. every day on the Siwa Tobacco route. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Don't forget to follow us in YouTube Tribun Lampung News Video, Facebook Tribun Lampung, Instagram @Tribun Lampung, and TikTok @Tribun Lampung for further information. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.